Hello! Hey everybody, and welcome to the season finale. Okay, so from what I gather, alright, I'm just gonna put this out here. I'm not planning on doing a third season of the Planette, well, at least right now. I don't know what might come in my wacky little mind weeks from now, months from now, maybe even a year from now, where I start getting these new ideas about what to do about the Planette Krail. There have been some people that have been enjoying it, but I got other things going on. So I'm not done with my storytelling on YouTube, okay? Just to let you know. It's just that other things, I also have another series, chapter series on YouTube called Lost Ones, and you might want to check that out too, okay, in the meantime while you're waiting on me to put something else out there. So there's other stuff. I do have a lot of videos on YouTube regarding storytelling, okay, and I'm also an audiobook writer and producer and narrator, recording artist or whatever. But here we go. Y'all knew this was going to happen. Y'all knew them two was going to get married. You knew that Camille and Yukai was going to get married. And they are now referred to as the first couple. And this is a very romantic ending to the Planette. And y'all going to get a little bit of surprise going on later on. You know, also it's not going to be all totally about their marriage, but there are a couple of other things that's going on. But I'm just letting y'all know that we are going to end this with a soft bang, a romantic bang, okay? So, I hope y'all enjoy it. Like I said, these are women with women needs, and we never said we didn't need men in certain ways. But if, you know, they're good men, why not? You know, and this is, nobody ever went to Krail saying they hated men. Women have different reasons why they went to Krail. And y'all know why Camille went to Krail. She didn't go to Krail because she's hating dudes. If y'all been listening, you know, earlier, y'all would have seen that Andy had bust her out and told her she knew why she was on Krail. Because you stole money from a drug dealer and you knew he had a price on your head and you ran the Krail to escape him. But we also seen in a couple of scenes earlier, or a couple of episodes earlier, that he came looking for her. He found out. See, that's what social media do. Y'all be careful what you put on social media, because people will know where you at. They'll be able to find you. They'll be able to put two and two together. And if you have an investigative mind like me, I can put two and two and be like, oh, this is what's going on. Oh, that's what's going on. Matter of fact, I know a content creator right now. I ain't going to name any names, but his name, I'm not going to name any names, but I'm going to describe him. He got two wives. He got two wives, okay? And he always posting stuff about other people's relationships. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of comedy before I let y'all go. Okay, so you always posting stuff about everybody else's stuff, right? You know, especially running down women. Oh, watch how she treat her man and blah, blah, blah. And he's sitting over there with, I'm going to put this in air quotes, two wives or whatever, okay? So he's on YouTube arguing with this other chick named Amora. And I'm going to say her name, because I want y'all to go to her page. So, Amora, he tells Amora that the house that they live in, okay, y'all follow me on this one. He tells her that the house that they live in, he owns it, okay? Okay, alright. So, Amora, and he tells her it's 9,000 square feet, right? 9,000 square, okay. So, it's easy. You just do a fast people search, look his name up, look his real wife's name up, and they have a house somewhere in Charlotte. Alright? So, I know how to find out, do a deed search and find out who owns a house. See, that was easy. You took a picture of the house and put it online on one of your videos, and it's the same picture that I was able to see on Realtor.com And then I went and looked up the address where I found him on Fast People Search. Because see, I was trying to tell Amora that he didn't own that house, and I didn't believe it. So I needed to confirm my beliefs. All right, so he on there trying to be all that. So all I did was a few clicks on the keyboard and found out that the home is owned by somebody with an Indian name, and it's not his. And this person who owns this home has been owning it since like 2016, like 8 years ago. So I'm like, that's not his house. So I sent her the information and said the next time he try to come at you like he all that and talking about this is my house and y'all jealous because I'm in this big house. No, no, no. So why is he in this big house when he's just a content creator? Because I'm going to tell y'all something. You ain't got no job. We know you don't have no job because you spend all day online arguing with people. You can't, I don't know what boss is going to let you do that. And number two, here's another thing about that. So you can't get a job and let a bank finance a home for you if you're a content creator. That, and if I'm wrong, let me know, okay? You're a content creator, come on now. So you can't get no job, you know, that bank is going to want to know which the real money you're making consistently, okay? So with that said, we know you don't own that house, so how did you end up in that house? Well, I tell you, I used to have a cousin that lived in a big house and she was on Section 8. See, your wife got kids, and then you got a granddaughter, and they all probably on that Section 8 voucher, and then you got this other girl that you done had a baby by, and she might be able to live there too. See, y'all ain't fooling nobody. So, in other words, you man are living off the, I ain't gonna say nothing about the ladies, but you as a man is pretty much living off the system because you cannot really take care of these two wives you got that you have in this house that's owned by somebody else, and your wife, your real wife, probably got it on Section 8 because you're not capable of taking care of her financially. And being a content creator is not a real job. Okay? I mean, if you stop being a content creator, you're not going to get any money, and people cash apping you and all of that. That's not a real job. Banks don't go for that kind of mess. At least, not any of the banks that I know of. But anyway, just to give y'all a little bit of something, I have an investigative mind. Okay? You tell me something and I don't hear what you're saying, I hear what you ain't telling me. So, anyway, I want y'all to go ahead. I don't mean to bust nobody out. That's why I ain't mention his name, but he probably easy to find anyway. You know, just by the description I gave y'all, just saying. But anyway, y'all go ahead on and enjoy my content and enjoy this season finale. I love y'all. Like I said, this is the end of it, at least for now. And I got other stuff out there. I have other chapter stories out there that y'all can enjoy if you've been enjoying this. Okay, love everybody and take care and have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Introduction to the Planette Krail, where women work, where women rest, where girls learn, where there are no men from earth who will survive, where battles are fought, the Planette Krail. Episode 14, The First Couple, the season finale, Scene 1. Things were quite festive and exciting on both Krail and Flap. This was the day Camille and Yukai would be exchanging vows. Where are my earrings? Oh my goodness, where are my earrings? Camille ran around the house frantically. Yukai had given her a set of diamond earrings to match the huge rock on her finger. Where are my... Gara! You see my earrings? Gara came out of her bedroom and held up a bag. Everything except your wedding dress is right here in this bag, honey, okay? Oh, thank goodness. What would I do without you, big sis? I know what I'd be doing when you on Flap. Oh, no you didn't, Huzzy. Oh. Gara laughed. Gara gathered their things to take to the shuttle. Lots of women would be phasing themselves over to Flap because there just were not enough shuttles for all of them. Their fighter spaceship, the Euphemia, could carry at least 100 people, but there were much more than that going. And nearly half of Krail was attending. Ready to get out of here, Camille? Gara asked. Camille took a deep breath. She was still nervous. She said, "Yeah, I am." Yukai had not seen her all day, not even on Unicom, their universal communication system that was used in the same way people on Earth use Zoom. At first, he did not understand why he could not see her before the wedding, and she had to explain to him the customs on Earth. He obliged and told her he still could not wait to see her, to finally make love to her. They headed over to the airfield and boarded the shuttle. To their surprise, Andiette was taking them over to Flap. "You're taking us, Andiette?" Camille asked once Andiette sat in the pilot seat. "Yes, it is my pleasure to escort you to Flap to marry my brother." "Oh, thanks, Andiette. I appreciate it." "You are quite welcome." She started the engine and they were off to Flap. Andiette, where is Lukeet? She is on Flap assisting Eke with a project. Oh, okay. The ship traveled smoothly through space, and the closer they got to Flap, the more nervous Camille became. Andiette, who taught you how to operate a spaceship? To calm her own nervous tension, Camille decided to strike up a conversation with Andiette, something she never thought she'd be doing anytime soon. I taught myself. I used to fly through the solar system many times before I was captured and Krail was invaded. You're so good at it. Thank you, Camille. The ship headed towards Flap. They could see it from afar. Camille grew more excited. At last, she would become Yukai's wife. Scene 2. Why do you want to leave? Oki asked Nehemiah. He had gotten word that Nehemiah had planned to return to Earth. The two had become friends, and Oki considered Nehemiah as an asset to Flap as well as a brother. So when he got word, he hightailed it right over to Nehemiah's house. Okay, I have to get back to my community. They need me on Earth. It's been nice living here, but I can't live here in luxury while my black people are down there suffering. But what about your life? The police will kill you. Nehemiah reached into his bag and pulled out a book. It was the autobiography of Malcolm X. His mother had gone down to Earth and picked up a few valuable things from Nehemiah's house. That book was one of them. I want you to read this book, okay? It will give you some insight on the sacrifices Black men have made on behalf of their community. But this is 2023. It happens rarely these days, especially in the United States. And Black women have made huge sacrifices. We don't have that kind of leadership in our community as we did long time ago. Oki took the book, looked at the title, and read the synopsis on the back. Interesting. Will you be back to visit? Absolutely, I will. But I can't do so many podcasts from a remote location. My speeches drew large crowds at arenas. People prefer seeing me in person. I will read this book, but I want you to be careful. Well, I know you understand. You're a leader too. You wouldn't leave the ship and let your people purge, or leave Planet Flip and leave everybody vulnerable either. I certainly will not. The men engaged in a brotherly embrace. Oh, and I have something for you, Nehemiah, Oki said, reaching into his jacket pocket. He pulled out a bracelet. This is a phase-in watch. Never remove it from your arm, especially when you are out. This will transport you anywhere at any time. This will come in handy if you are ever accosted by the police or the racist people you explained to me. Oki showed him the different functions on the band, as well as how to use the features and how to phase in or phase out of any place he wanted to go or not want to be. This is pretty cool. I like this. And nobody else can use this particular one except you. It is biochemical. How did you? Oh, now I remember. The day when Andia took my DNA. That is correct. Thanks again, Oki. Thanks for everything, man. I mean, if you hadn't shown up in the woods that day, I don't know what would have happened to me. And I will be back soon. It was certainly my pleasure to rescue you. I had never heard of such things as the ones that you told me. One of my brothers will transport you back to Earth in a shuttle when you are ready. I have to officiate Yukai's wedding. Oki left shortly after. He had to get prepared for his brother's wedding. Scene 3. After landing on Flep, Andia drove them over to the falls where Camille would be taking vows with Yukai. The place was crowded. Many men and women were seated in chairs outside near the mountains, and there was an altar where she would take vows with Yukai. He stood there waiting for her, he and his brother. Andia took Camille into a huge tent, allowing her the privacy to get dressed. Gara helped her sister. Ruby showed up, joining Camille in her dressing room, and then she hugged her. Oh, I'm so proud of you. At first I thought you were making a brave move, and you are. But you seem so happy, and I am happy for you, Camille. Thanks, Ruby. But I am nervous. I'm not as nervous as I was when I left Krail, but I am still a little jittery. Let me know when you are ready. I will tell the technician to start the music. Yes, ma'am, I will. Camille turned to the mirror and looked at herself. Shortly before the ceremony started, Jackie and Dr. Fatima and Stephanie entered the tent, and they all hugged. We are gonna miss you so much. This is phenomenal, just phenomenal. You all are going to be the first couple, Jackie said, making Camille smile. And remember, if you get pregnant, you know you got to come and let me take care of you. I haven't delivered a baby in a minute now, Dr. Fatima said. Finally, Ruby got the signal to get the music started. Gara walked her sister down the aisle. Yukai turned to her and smiled. Once they approached, he took her hand and she stepped onto the small platform as Oki stood before them.
This is a most sacred event. As Yukai Delflep and Camille Hunter will join as husband and wife, we will always remember this event, as it has been many decades since we have joined a husband and a wife. Yukai, will you promise to love Camille, protect Camille, serve her, and hold her love in your heart forever?
Yes, I will always love Camille, protect her, and serve her, and hold her in my heart forever.
Camille looked into his dark, beautiful eyes. He was so handsome. Then Oki turned to his future sister-in-law and said,
Camille, as a wife of Flep, will you respect, appreciate, and hold Yukai's love in your heart forever?
Yes, I will respect you, Yukai, appreciate, and hold Yukai, my love, your love in my heart forever.
My authority as Yukai's older brother and leader of Flep gives me the power to now announce to the universe that you are now husband and wife. Please kiss your wife, Yukai.
Yukai turned to her and kissed her, and she placed a gold band on his left wrist, indicating he was now a married man. Men on Flep did not wear rings. The clapping and cheering lasted nearly 5 minutes. Yukai and Camille walked back down the aisle as husband and wife, while everybody clapped again. As the couple headed to the rear of the audience, there stood Andiet. Dr. Fatima and Jackie were also standing there. Andia threw her arms around her brother and hugged him. I am so proud of you, Yukai. Congratulations. And something happened that nobody had ever seen before. Tears. Andia was in tears. Andia, oh my goodness, are you crying? Dr. Fatima asked. I am happy. Yes, I am crying because I'm happy. That means you do have emotions, Dr. Fatima said. Everyone had heard Lukit laugh and show emotions. That was one open book, that other one. And she loved comedy, but Andiet showing emotions? I would surmise that I do have emotions then. Yes, Andiet. Crying is an emotion. Well, that means I am like everyone else, Jackie. Yes, you are. You are, Andiet. Camille said as she hugged Andiet. Yukai waved to everyone and said,
See you all in a few weeks, everyone. Come on, wife, let's go.
Everyone clapped and cheered as he escorted his new wife to the ship and they boarded. They were on their way to take a 6-week cruise of the solar system. Well, I never thought that I would see the day when somebody on Krail would get married. Unless they return to Earth, that is. Jackie said, and Fatima responded, well, we are making strides every day. Things have changed and evolved so much.
You got that right, ladies,
Ruby said before noticing Andiet and Lukeet getting into a car. She thought they would be boarding the shuttle and returning to Krail with the rest of them, or at least phasing themselves back to Krail.
Andiet, where are you and Lukeet going?
We are heading over to the warehouse with Fendo. Fendo was an engineer who was responsible for their space transportation on Flap.
Now, what are you girls up to?
Ruby asked. Andiet and Lukeet were always into something. We will be discussing a new mode of transportation, Andiet said, which prompted Jackie to ask, and what is that? What new mode of transportation? Shh, it's a secret, Lukeet said playfully.
You two are just too much. Come on, girls, let's go. Leave them to their business,
Ruby said with a laugh. Jackie and Dr. Fatima boarded the shuttle that would take them back to Krail. Scene 4. Finally, everyone had returned to Krail. Camille's wedding was over, but the festive mood was still bubbling over, as the women could not stop talking about Camille being the first one to get married in that solar system, giving some of the women hope, and even prompting some of them to start getting to know the men on Flap. Oki decided to head back to Krail with Ruby. Ruby handed Oki a glass of low sip wine. She had finally learned how to make it. He took a sip and raised his eyebrows.
This is good. Can't tell the difference between yours and mine.
Oh, you like it? She asked. His opinion really did matter to her. He joined her on the sofa and said,
I love it. I need you to please do me a favor, Ruby.
What kind of favor are you asking?
Turn off all methods of communication for at least 10 minutes.
What? Why? Okay.
Please, Ruby. Please. Just for 10 minutes. Please do it for me.
Okay, I will do it. She got up, not knowing what he had in mind. She turned off her phone and turned off the alert switch on her computer, and then she turned back to him.
Now, come sit with me, darling.
She joined him on a sofa, and they faced each other.
I have a question for you.
Sure. Ask me anything, Oki.
Will you marry me?
She was stunned, but she should not have been. She and Oki had been having romantic evenings and talks for a while. He waited for her to answer.
Oki, if you say no, it will break my heart, Ruby.
No, let me finish. Yes, I will marry you. He grabbed her hand, slid the diamond ring onto her middle finger, which is a custom for Fleppian men, and he said,
I love you so much, Ruby.
And then He kissed her. His kiss nearly made her faint. She felt lightheaded all of a sudden. She forgot what it was to receive a kiss from a man. And then she realized it wasn't so bad after all. Oh my. Ooh. Oh my. Oh, Key. You are smooth.
And you are beautiful, my lovely one.
They kissed again. Thank you, Oki. They stood. He led her to the table where her computer and phone rested. He picked up the phone and handed it to her. She turned it back on.
Is that all you are going to do?
What do you mean, Oki?
What I mean is you are not going to use that phone?
He had Ruby's number, all right. She smiled. Instead, she turned on the computer and Unicom, Jackie and Fatima. Once they both appeared on her monitor, she said, "Guess what, girls?
What?
I am getting married." Oh, congratulations,
Yes.
Ruby.
Yes, girl, this is real. This love is real, girl. I'm almost tongue-tied.
Thank you, girls. It means so much to me.